that sound where it just goes. Sorry about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for our Tracy space crew to come in, let's begin this panel by introducing our amazing cast members. The woman who was there when it started it all, she was there for the amazing Power Rangers Turbo movie. She was the reason how come Zeo powers were no longer meant to be. She defeated the Turbo Rangers. Ladies and gentlemen, Hilary, Shepard, Divatox! And of course, the man who replaced Tommy himself. The man who made blue a better color than red for once upon a time. Came back in his amazing new Corvette version of the Lightning Cruiser. You know him as Theodore J. Jarvis Johnson, but he just prefers TJ! And while he may look a little different than what you're all used to, usually because you couldn't see him in the show unless he was in all black leather, we have the actor for the mysterious Phantom Ranger! Because I can't help but feel that we're missing someone important. Somebody who we could not have space without. Somebody who didn't know what milkshakes were. Somebody who didn't have garages on KO35. My very good friend, Khayman Lee. And guys, remember, we're all here to have fun today. We're all here to ask these amazing people that are amazing. Is that the Quasar Saber? The Quasar Saber? Oh, I'm sorry, the Spiral Saber. He loves the Spiral Saber. Right? Alright, so without any further ado, guys, we're going to have our lineups of questions. Let's try to keep the questions appropriate. And the cast members are people. If you see my lovely assistant, Mr. Peter over there, that Peter over there, he will go ahead and screen your questions real quick, and you can ask these guys anything you want about the show, their characters, their favorite Zord. I'm pretty sure Chris loves it when you ask him what his favorite Zord is. And then, you know, guys, go on in and let's start the show.
This question is for Christopher, actually. I was wondering, of course, in Forever Red, all the Rangers were trying to top each other, and of course, TJ had to talk about that time he was baked in giant pizza. So Andros kind of brags about killing Zordon, and I was wondering if that was scripted or if that was like something you guys were like dropping in there.
Nope, that was scripted. In fact, I sell the script at my booth, and you can read it. It says it right there. Hey, I'm the one that destroyed Zordon. And they said, yeah, that's really great. And then later on, they got in touch with me and they said, you know, that's kind of dark. We should probably change it.
All right, well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Before we continue on any further, it has just come to my attention that another Ranger has entered the building. She's someone who hasn't been with us for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. She made yellow look so good she had to wear it for 2 seasons in a row. You all know her! You all know her! Tracy, Cruz, look at her! She was happy to be here, guys! Let's just let him sink in the moment for a second.
She smells
All right, what's your question, Yo?
Trace, Hilary, awesome turbo, by the way. Was there any funny moments when filming the In Space finale while you guys were doing it? Any funny moments? Any
You mean in that specific episode, or?
No, just a countdown to destruction. Like anything funny, like you guys messed up a line.
That was like, yeah, that was.
Right, because we were going to talk about him. You see the bloopers. You know, the outtakes are ridiculous. I never messed that up. I just found out later that Melody, and I think it was her first acting job, and she was really scared of me, which I'm glad. And later we became really good friends, but at the time she was just terrified.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys.
Darn those bloopers. Yeah, we should have
Hi guys, I was curious for In Space. After Turbo, TJ sort of stepped down as leader, but when I watch it, I feel like he was still the de facto leader and kind of handled the team, even though he knows doing the space stuff. And I'm wondering if that was just my perception or behind the scenes in the writing and the acting. Were you guys thinking of TJ as the leader, or was that just me?
Are you really trying to pick a fight between yourselves?
No disrespect to you or the character Andros, but clearly he knew the space stuff, but I really felt like TJ was the one doing human stuff.
You know, I want to say when we did do that, they did mention that it might go that direction because Andros was going to be so focused on finding his sister that it would kind of end up that way. And of course, since we all, us four came over together, and he's more the newer guy, that's, you know, just from the relationship, you know, automatically, I think just kind of rolled out that way. So you are, I think you're on the right path.
Thank you.
Fair enough, man.
Here comes on Morphicon and laughs at me. Hi, I'm Amanda from Rhode Island, and this question is for Chris and Tracy. I wanted to know, like, I think some people want to know, what do you guys think of the Andros actually relationship in the In Space storyline? Sorry.
What did you think?
What did I think?
Was it for you as it was for me?
I thought, I don't know, it was a very sweet relationship. The characters were very different from each other, so opposites attract, right? So that works, right? Yeah. What do you think?
No, I think that the way that the storyline developed, I think it was very sweet. However, I think that they had put Ashley, in my opinion, I think they put her out to be a little easy. For lack of a better word. Just because of, you know, she's had this little thing with, you know, Roger's character and Justin's character a little bit.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, you know.
I didn't even know that.
And then our character kind of stuck, and then you were the lucky one, so.
I'll take it.
But I talked about it, so it worked.
That's good. I just thought.
He's a very smart child.
Thank you, and again, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man needs no introduction for his very first call on Morphicon. He is Andros' best friend. He is the
what was your first impression realizing that you were the first Black Red Ranger?
You mean when I first got the word that I got the job?
Yeah.
It was amazing. You know, it was surreal. You know, those moments. It's hard to explain how you feel, but you know it's a major change in your life. You know, I want to say I screamed at the top of my lungs, and they probably heard me all throughout my apartment complex. So, you know, I think it's just one of those surreal moments, you know, that you just you kind of dream of. You know, it was always something I thought I could do, but never thought I'd do it. So it's quite amazing, actually.
All right, thank you.
This is for pretty much anybody that wants to answer. I know for the Turbo / Space team, there were a lot of team-ups and crossovers, so what was everybody's favorite crossover, whether it was with the Turtles or other Rangers or...
I want to say teenagers, sure.
I loved seeing Rita in the flesh and teaming up with her. And, I think we should have our own spin-off. You know, the Real Housewives of Space. You know? Divorced a couple of times, old plastic surgery. I think it'd be great.
I enjoyed the Turtles. You know, it seemed like when we were with them, well, they're just kind of goofy, you know, the characters, so it was fun. We had a lot of fun with them. And I want to say I also enjoyed working with Vulcan School. We didn't get to work with them a lot.
For me, it's a little different. I actually crossed over from Fast Right. I did an acting role on Fast Right. I was guest starring in the voice of the family members. So it's a little different for me.
Probably it's a tie between when we did everything with the Lost Galaxy guys, that team up, and then also Forever Red, which I thought that was really cool. It was really cool stuff.
I'd like to say when I worked with Melody.
Can you repeat the question?
So, since everybody was in some kind of crossover team up, what was everybody's favorite crossover team up episode or incident throughout multiple seasons?
That was a setup so that Melody would know what the question was. Anyways.
Oh, with the turtles?
Well, I was left off about getting in somebody's head, so I guess it would be getting inside of the Psycho Ranger's head, since, you know, it got like multiple personalities going on. You can just call me bipolar, it's fine. Psycho Rangers, fine answer.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Space Rangers, I was curious. Do you still keep in touch with the Ninja Turtles?
That's so funny. I talked to her.
There's one that kind of floats around.
Somewhere in
Yeah.
X. As far as the Ninja Turtle bit, I mean, yeah, we're going to see many times we want. They're in the conventional. So, yeah, we can see that whatever we want, they're right in there.
Next question.
I was going to ask, what from each of you, what was your favorite episode of the film, or what was your favorite moment for everybody?
Okay, I'll start on this end. The last episode was pretty awesome for me, for two reasons. I got to pretend like the white or the red guy. And my dad was there whenever I shot that last scene, so that was
That's really
Favorite, you know what? I liked the,
My favorite was pretty much every time that we copied Star Wars. So that was like, I had the Force. That's really cool. So there you go. That's it. That's all I need.
You know, doing the voice of the Phantom Ranger, I think just the first time I heard it in Turbo back in 1997. So it was really cool to just be part of the gang. You know, I didn't hang out with cool kids. I was just stuck in the room with my kids. But that was my favorite, pretty much my first time.
Yeah, right when you mentioned that, I've got the question before, but Wheels of Fate, I really enjoyed doing because it was I think it was one of my first, it was just so new still and kind of raw. Like if you look at Turbo and the way it was shot, it's kind of gritty. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of old school, you know, because it went to Turbo, everything got clean, a little more crisp, so I just kind of like the rawness of Turbo and I like Wheels of Fate. And then the other thing that stands out is one of the first scenes I shot, which is with Cassie, when we were on the bus and we just met each other. So just kind of right when we finished that scene, the whole crew started clapping because it was like our first scene. So that really stands out too.
I actually loved shooting the movie the best because it was huge sets and costumes. It was kind of really big budget, so that was really fun. But on the TV show, I think when I don't know which episode it was, but I actually got to go out of my submarine. And I was on a giant throne, and I had tons of extras that had my flags waving and were screaming "Viva la Diva," and it was fabulous. I went home, and my kids ignored me.
Take my gun out of my mouth. I feel like the first episode, because I got to work with Rita and Divatox, and I was so nervous. I was like, they're so good. And I also loved Countdown to Destruction. I loved the scene with Andros at Dark Fortress. It was really dramatic, and I got to do like the death scene, sort of. That was kind of exciting.
Hey guys, this is for the Turbo cast of Heroes and Villains. The Turbo finale was, obviously a huge cliffhanger, possibly the biggest, Power Rangers did at least between seasons. And I know for me, as a kid, I announced it in the cliffhanger, waiting for what happens next. For you guys, during the break between seasons, what were your expectations of what, it was going to be like, where your characters were going next, and how were those expectations met?
I honestly do not remember the cliffhanger. I know I turned good, and I floated off in a white dress, and I figured my character would be good for like 2 seconds, and then be evil again because it was so boring being good. So that's all I really remember from the cliffhanger. Does anyone else know that?
Well, I would say, we all knew kind of what was going to happen in a way. So we were wondering what the new guy was going to be like. And we also saw the set that they were creating for space, but we were really excited about what we thought they were going to go with the set. And actually, they did exactly what we thought. They actually had an arc to the show, which was kind of cool.
For me, I didn't get the script. I was screwed. I didn't get the script until like the day before they needed my voice. So I didn't know what was going on. Literally the day before, so I'm useless at this question.
I was just hoping I had a job.
Working in this field, you just never know. So we all just have fingers crossed. I'm not really sure.
Hello guys, as you know, the characters are waiting for you, your lines are I just want to know, if you had some input in your own spin into these characters, how would you change some things instead of just going with right what you want? If you could, just do it. What do you input on your character?
Well, just for me, I actually did improvise most of my character, and they really let me create her. Especially in the movie, I got to talk to the prop people and say, I want her to be vain, I need lipstick, so they actually helped me create the character, and a lot of my lines I improvised. I had made up a lot of stuff, including really good. Lots of things you see, it just let me go crazy, which was so awesome. Just whatever flew out of my mouth. So that was really fun.
Hi, friend.
See you again.
You too. Thanks for coming out. I would change my character by not showing so much skin. Okay. Well, that's just me. When I look back at it, I look and I say, wow, they really put me in some short skirts and some short shirts. So that's how I really changed it. Anyhow, but I enjoyed everything else otherwise.
I would have shared more skin. No, I would have added probably a little bit more of like my quirkiness because I guess I'm more of a funny guy than just all serious. But I got a little bit of that thrown in just to think I could add.
Funniest scene that we ever.
Funniest one song. Really funny.
I know. At least for me. I mean, I'm sure everybody has their own feelings about it. But this lovely peach here, she says, "Hey guys, I know. We'll call him Seymour because he wants to see more of the galaxy."
15-hour days when you become delirious.
She didn't write the line, it's just the line itself was just very silly. And Tracy obviously had a very upbeat personality and all that. Just hearing it coming out of her mouth, I was just like, stop the pain.
Selwyn had some of those lines too. Yeah, it was.
Oh, would you like this to toss your salad? I would say anytime working with Perkins, like I said before, they're just such improv geniuses in a way.
You didn't even have lines written for them. They were.
I really like Day with Danger because I had to sit and eat that turkey. So that was really funny, ripping off pieces of it's just a food thing. And he's hilarious. That's my favorite.
I think the funniest stuff might be heartbreaking to you guys because you guys probably didn't see it. It was what the producers and the editors did when they would take the voices. You guys remember all the little face-to-face stuff and put together scenes and just really funny stuff. Totally, some was X-rated, some was goofy, some was silly. And they would just put our voices and cut everybody's words and come up with different storylines or little scenes. That would be show people.
Scott was amazing. Have you guys ever heard? Does any of that stuff ever leaked out on that?
Scott occasionally does panels where he shows that stuff off. Unfortunately, we can't make it until Sunday, so we haven't been out of town from this year. But next year, we're going to have the Scott special panel where he shows off the stuff that's available that we can show at a convention for people.
But they're pretty funny. Obviously, I can't code because my stuff tastes like crap. Sorry.
My question is, first of all, I love you all. Number two, I wanted to bring a question towards the travel crew. The final episode before you guys jet off into space, the episode where Divatox came in and just trashed the headquarters. Actually, exactly for a week. Good. I wanted to direct that at the Rangers. How did you guys
going to happen. You don't know if you're going to have a job. But something that took place for so many years is not there anymore. You know, that feeling of home, you know, it's gone. So it felt, I guess it's weird, it's like your home is gone. So it felt weird, it was empty. So it's hard to say, and then coming back to the spaceship, you know.
Right. I was going to say too, you know, Turbo, we kind of came in mid-season. So in a way, you know, from the actor standpoint, you know, going into space, it was an epic thing. It was a big thing. We didn't know because the way they shot it. We didn't know if they were making it to like a straight to DVD type of deal. It was almost like a movie for us. So for me, it was like an epic move to do that. But like she said, we weren't quite sure what was going to happen next after that. But I think on the same note, for our crew, it was probably more home to the fans than it was for us. Because we were over there for half a season that we were in that era. Although I don't know if it was business. We just got out of it. In a way, I don't know. I was that connected to it or that's what we're doing this. It was just something.
Yeah, same feeling when we have the psychometers. The psychometers were recording what happened, job, and all of a sudden we see the psychometers coming out of uniform, out of costume. We actually see them. It's like, okay, now they actually have a face. Do now have a job? What's happening? All these rumors are swirling with, you know, everything is so So yeah, but it was a surreal moment when that crossover. But yeah, someone's right. It was more impactful for the fans because you guys saw the whole history than we did.
Thank you. I was just happy one of my damn torpedoes hit something.
Chris, you complain about your experiences on the show a lot. What was your favorite part about being a writer?
What was my favorite part? The beatings you have again from all the stuntmen. Because I damn sure deserved it. Really did. I joke when I complain about everything about Power Rangers. You know, there was a few things that kind of bothered me. The hair was pretty high up on the list. I didn't care. I really didn't like it. But all in all, I mean, I really did enjoy myself. And I enjoyed, you know, the camaraderie that we had with all of the other actors, and then also with all the stuntmen and stuff. And seriously, they beat the hell out of me constantly. You know, I'd work out with them when we would go, we would work out at a gym together, and like they would not go easy on me. And to me, that was a really great, like, that was a compliment. So I think that was probably one of my favorite things. That and getting really drunk with them and singing all night. That was really fun too. Probably, it was less painful than the beatings. Yeah, probably fun. Yeah, we'll just go to drunk and sing. Yeah.
You didn't like only half of your hair being bleached, but you didn't have all of it.
Yeah.
Or it could have been purple, or red, or green. Like,
Why don't you whine about it a little bit then? You're paying me. Hey, I love you, Chris. I love you. No.
Sorry to interrupt, go ahead.
My question is actually for Melody. One of my personal favorite moments in the recent Super Mega Force epic finale was when you put up your helmet. Well, you look at your helmet and say, I love being a Power Ranger. You put it up, and then the Astronema thing. I mean, especially after seeing all these cameras and all these like laser helmets, and then to see the Astronema face was just awesome. I was just wondering, was that always written in, or was it something you might have thought of that was kind of like the end of Forever Red, where all the Red Rangers were like trying to improvise and let each other kind of back come about?
I think they planned it. I didn't know whether it was going to be the one or the extended version, but they were like, yeah, I got there, you know, I was in New Zealand, and they were like, we need to have a fitting for Astronema. So I was so excited because I didn't even know. I had no idea that was going to happen. So it was really special just to like walk on set, like kind of work that gear again. I was excited.
on making that part of the story and how special this level was? Or in that aspect of, sorry, I didn't really ask that probably, did I?
So what's the question?
Yeah, okay,
Do we have any input on the series? Is that what you're...
No, like what? How do you feel about being part of that particular season and its storyline? I guess it's how it's like.
We like it.
That's good enough for me.
It's one of those things that in retrospect you're like, wow, that was really special, but as you're doing it, you don't quite realize where it's going until you look back and you go, wow, that was a pretty special season. You know, I was excited when things started happening with Andros, you know. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thanks.
My question's for Ali.
By the way, thank you for showing them, man. I always wanted to know who the Phantom Ranger was, so. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of us, the Phantom Ranger has been pretty much the biggest mystery in Power Rangers history. Did there was a lot of what they rumors going around, at least in the fandom, saying, oh, they're going to reveal this episode, they're going to reveal it. It's Space Finale, when are they going to reveal it? Did they ever give you any hint of if they were actually going to reveal it before cuts, and if so, did they ever give you any hint of what the identity of the Phantom Ranger would be?
It's a great question. You know, I wanted to get revealed, but it never happened. They did talk about it, okay? There was like probably 3 times, but it just never came to fruition. You know? So I was really bummed with myself, but yeah, that was exciting. I don't remember exactly. I think it was like in the middle of space or something they were saying. Okay, it might be coming down the pipeline, but I don't think I don't know the scripts were written or what the storyline or progression that they used at any time. But yeah, and there was no hint on like how I would come or when I would come or what I would do. I mean, there was more about the Pink Ranger love affair going on than anything. That was kind of like.
But no hint as to who you were?
What?
No hint as to who you were?
No, honestly what I was, you know. And they said that even when the direction was still to not really get into the romance at all. You know, just kind of flirt on me out about it. So, kind of bummed, huh?
I know, Chris got one, you too, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you.
This question for Tracy Belly. How was that for y'all?
I love that episode. I thought that was so much fun, and it was really hard, I thought. Like, I was getting a little twisted in my mind. Like, play me. There were a few times where I had to ask you questions, how did you do this? And then I looked back at some of your work, you know, trying to figure out how, you know, I remember having that, the little music box and having to look back, reminisce, when I was listening to the music box and I guess I had to remember that I was evil and I was trying to figure out how did she shape it up to be like her? I forgot evil and I was looking back at some of the previous stuff that you've done trying to get that face that people do. Oh, geez. Yeah. And I don't know if I have it. I'm trying to wrinkle my nose the way that she does. No, you totally did a great job. I remember watching that and being like, that is hysterical. Like, with my acrylic nails and trying to. That was a fun episode. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. It's one of my favorites, actually.
Hey, my name is Chris. Nice to meet you guys. My question is for the in-space Rangers, but more so towards the Turbo. What was your reaction to having to wear these almost space uniforms on the ship, almost like Star Trek, basically? From going to having civilian clothes in Turbo, wearing whatever you want, along with the color, to having these set up for you uniforms.
Okay, I'll just say this, that the uniforms themselves were fine, they were great. I hated the damn boots. I really, really hated the boots. The boots, each boot weighed like 12 pounds. They had no grip or like nothing on the bottom of them, and the floors on the spaceship were completely like slick. So if we had to run anywhere in any scene, somebody's hit the wall. I mean, I don't know how many times it happened, but I know that like all of us hit a wall at least a few times each. Yeah, so the rest of it, just bad, really bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say what he said. You know, they were comfortable actually.
Like trying to fight in them. Those were, trying to fight in those things now, Selwyn.
It was okay.
I liked wearing all the different clothes and the fashion and all that. That was fun, but it's almost like going from a public school to a private school where you had to, put on a suit, not really get to wear what you want to wear. But at the same time, I mean, and like our spaces, they were fun except for the days when we had to work out in the desert under the 50-degree heat, Death Valley. That was the only downfall of that. But I mean, it could have been worse. So yeah, it was. I like it. It was fun.
Hi, you guys are all awesome. It's great. I was just wondering what kind of acting gigs or projects or hobbies you're involved with today?
Well, I'm kind of off the market myself. I now live in the Bay Area, so I'm kind of not on the market at the moment, just being a dad. That's cool.
A bunch of us, I don't know if you've seen the Order, the movie that we're all kind of doing. Producing it, she and the guy who played Zordon, what's his name? Thank you. Good thing I'm pretty, right? So, they wrote it together. It's actually a really good movie, and we raised the money for it. We're going to shoot that in November, which is really cool. So, I think tomorrow at 5 o'clock there's going to be a panel about it, so you guys should come, because it's actually really good. I was kind of surprised. When I first approached me, I'm like, oh. And I was like, oh, this is good. It was actually, it's going to be really good.
I can actually answer this question. Finally, a question I can answer. I got blessed. I was fortunate enough that I got into producing and a movie that we did produce and started came out just last month in theaters called The Dog Lover. But the one for us who want to keep looking for it's going to come out later this year called American Wrestler, starring Oscar winner John Voight and William Fichtner. And it's loosely based actually on my real life coming to America in 1980. So it's a really good one that we're looking forward to. That should be a nationwide release. So The Dog Lover now, if you're interested, and then American Wrestler by November.
Also, Jason Funk and I have a movie coming out on Halloween called Teen Warlock. And I play a witch, surprise, surprise.
I took a hiatus from acting for the moment, and I went to college. I was working on my teaching credentials, and currently working as a teacher. So I love kids, so I work in elementary, and have children of my own, so that's what I do.
Can you imagine having a teacher that looks like her? Oh my god.
Yeah, so going back and looking at the Turbo series, that's why I'm saying, I kind of wish I had a little more clothes.
So, I mean, you can't wear your outfit to work, right?
Yeah.
Well, I live in Oklahoma. I've got 2 little boys and run a rent-to-own business. Basically, find stuff products and furniture. Been doing that for 18 years. 2 kids work easily. Awesome.
I'm lazy. I'm a writer. That's it. It's like the laziest thing in the world. So.
kind of going around in festivals right now. It should be available early next year, maybe on DVD, called World Trip. It's a short comedy. So, look out.
We'll be back. We're out of time. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, how's it going? I have a question for Perkins. So, Astronema, throughout the series of Power of Space, you had a bunch of different worlds, costumes and stuff. I was wondering which one was your favorite?
Well, I would answer that, except for I'm going to wear it tomorrow.
Last question.
In Space is my favorite season. I think that was so you're actually my favorite Red Ranger, very Yellow Ranger, so I just thought the series went wrong.
How about the silver guy?
Yeah, two favorite seasons. Actually, picked that one. Zhane, yeah. But, I mean, Ashley's like awesome. Two favorite villains right here, so I was wondering, including the villains and the cast, between Astronema and Divatox, who was the more powerful villain, and who do you think succeeded more? You got one who like brought Hilary Pro to its knees, and you got the one who destroyed the command center.
You want to start fighting them? Oh, take that down.
Wow, what you did.
Oh, but I still have time.
Actually, I have to say, Divatox scared them. She really scared me when I first came on the set, but then I kind of kicked her.
Yeah, she did. She was like so docile, like, I'm just a little lamb. But we're actually really good friends in real life. Don't tell anybody. So I think she could
use 75.
Yeah, you won't tell anybody. It was really fun working together. We got to know each other later on, and I mean, the spin-off, right, you guys? Queens in Space. I love you guys.
Oh, it's just the Rangers. What do you guys think? They're both here, so choose one.
Who's the more powerful villain?
Oh, no, this is.
Goldar.
That's like Donna Family's jeans. You cannot answer this question.
I have to say,
I'm not getting to know that. I don't know.
I can see that head spinning around.
You're really not an answer.
I'm glad we're both glaring at them. We'll just leave it at that, shall we?
Alright, you guys, this is it for our amazing cast of the Power Rangers Turbo and Space team. Let's all give them a huge round of applause!